welcome back to my channel. It's Christina. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys how to set your fitness goals. We all have goals, we all have fitness goals, and I want to give you guys some tips on how to set your fitness goals and being able to achieve those fitness goals and how to be able to accomplish those goals as you set them. So let's get into the video. Number one is write down realistic goals that you want to achieve. There's so many goals that we can have. There are so many just outrageous goals, and those goals are great, but we should set attainable, achievable goals that we want to achieve like within like a month, within the year, within 3 weeks, whatever that may be, whatever it may look like, 6 months, whatever it may look like. We need to write those goals down so we have a clear picture of what we're wanting to obtain, what we're wanting to achieve. So if we have these goals written down and we have them like where we can see them, we're more likely to achieve them because we're looking at them. But when you write them down, don't just write them down and then never look at them again. That's not gonna work. You have to have a clear picture of where you want to go with like your fitness goals, and in this case your fitness goals. So you have to look at it. If you have all these goals, like say it's run a marathon, say it's lift 50 pounds, say it's squat 100 pounds, say whatever it is, say you have this whole list of goals. Well, if you never look at it after you write it down, then writing it down is pointless, because A, you may forget some of the goals, B, it's more like it gives you more of a clear picture, and it gives you more of like, okay, I'm going to do this, it's written down, I got this, I'm going to do it, rather than just writing it down and never looking at it again. So write down those attainable, achievable goals, but make sure that you are looking at them on a maybe like a weekly basis, like sort of like when you're working with like a trainer, like you'll have a check-in day. Well, if you write down your goals, you should have an automatic check-in day with yourself to check in with yourself and see how you're doing with those goals. There's so many things that like can get pushed on the back burner, but if it's written down, it won't get pushed back, especially if you're looking at it. Say like you have a set time every week with yourself that you're looking at those goals and you are seeing like, okay, this is my goal, this is what I'm doing. How am I doing? Like, how am I doing? Am I able to achieve it? And if those goals are written down, it makes it a lot easier to do that. Number two is set smaller goals so your bigger goal is more attainable. Say your goal is to deadlift 100 pounds. Well, say that you're only able to do 5 pounds right now. Set a goal for 10 pounds, then set a goal for 20, 30, and up and up and up. So you're setting these smaller goals so that once you can lift like 90, then you are ready, or 80 pounds, you are ready for 100. So you have that goal, and then you have the smaller goals. So because smaller goals lead to big goals. I have said that before, but it's true. Smaller goals lead to big goals. Like, my big goal right now is to get 1,000 subscribers on this channel. I mean, I have bigger goals than that, but that's my like number one, like my huge goal that I want right now. But my smaller goal right now is to get 200. So, and like with my fitness goals, like I would love to be able to lift like 25 to 30 pound dumbbells, and I'm on 10 pounds right now. And I'm working to do 15 pounds, and I'll go up, and just like my subscriber count, I'll go up and up. But it takes time, it takes patience with whether that's fitness goals, whether that's work goals, whatever that is. It does take time, it takes patience. So you have to be patient and hit the smaller goals first, before you hit your bigger goals. But I promise you will hit your bigger goals, but you need to set smaller goals in order to get to your bigger goal. I feel like so many of us like want to like jump and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get here now. I'm gonna get to 100 pounds tomorrow, and I just started lifting. Or I'll be at 100 pounds in a week. And I don't need to set smaller goals. I don't need to do that. I'll just get there. You have to set the smaller goals, because you can't just one day be like, okay, I'm gonna lift 100 pounds. And then tomorrow, be at 100 pounds. It takes time, it takes work, it takes effort. And it takes hitting smaller goals in order to get to your bigger goal. So please be patient with yourself. If you don't get it overnight, like say you don't hit your weekly, if you're trying to lose weight and you don't hit that like during that like week, it's okay. If you are trying to lift a certain amount of weight, that's okay. If you're trying to do 100 push-ups but you can't get there right now, that's okay. Just do 25 push-ups and then work your way up. Set the goal smaller and then work up to the bigger goal. Number 3 is brainstorm your goals before you write them down. So just in your head, just kind of brainstorm what you want. What goals do you want? Do you want to lift more? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain muscle? And you can be as specific or vague as you want to be, but I suggest being very specific with your goals so you know exactly what you want. But kind of in your head, and you're just like spitting things out and kind of just thinking about things, you can be vague. But when you write them down, be very specific. But just in your head as you're brainstorming, you can be a little bit vague. It's fine. Like you want to, I don't know, do 500 sit-ups. Okay? And then once you write that down, you can be more specific. I want to do 500 sit-ups by, let's say, December or whatever. So you can be more specific once you write it down, but you can be vague in your head and just kind of brainstorming like different ideas and like kind of how you're gonna do it, and like kind of a game plan in your head, kind of brainstorming it before you write it down. And then of course write down your game plan, write down how you're gonna do it, write down if anyone's gonna help you do it. Write down the specific goals and be as specific as you can be and want to be, because that'll just help you get your goals quicker if you can be, and just help you kind of know your goals if you write them down and you're specific. So kind of brainstorm, but then be very specific. Number 4 is know what steps you have to take and know what action you have to take in order to get to your bigger goals, in order to get to your goal. What steps do I need to take? What action steps do I need to do to hit that? So say it's run a marathon. Okay, what kind of training do I need to do? What kind of diet do I need to be eating? What action steps do I need to take in order, how much do I need to run in a day, every day, in order to be able to run that marathon? So know what steps you have to take in order to hit your goals, because if you know what steps, it'll be a lot easier to kind of know exactly how you're going to get there if you know exactly what steps you're taking. And that's kind of with your brainstorming, your ideas. You can brainstorm action steps so that you kind of know like in your mind how it's going to go, and then you can write the plan out. And yes, plans can change sometimes and differ and that sort of thing, but at least you'll kind of know like what you're doing, so you have a plan of action in order to get to your goal, and know exactly what steps is going to be necessary to hit those goals. Because I feel like so many of us will not know exactly how we're going to get there, what we're gonna do to get there and what we need to do, and we're sort of like, I don't know what to do. But if you know what steps you have to take to get there, then it'll be so much more attainable to actually reach that goal. So know exactly what steps that you need to take in order to hit it. Say your goal is to, I don't know, lift a 50-pound kettlebell or a 25-pound kettlebell. Just throwing that out. Well, know exactly what action steps and how many days you need to train and how many reps you need to do each day of a smaller weight in order to get there, and know each step that you have to take in order to lift that 25 or 50-pound kettlebell. So if you know what steps you have to take to get there, it'll make it so much easier, and I mean so much easier to get there. So know exactly what you're doing. Know exactly your game plan. Know exactly the action steps that you need to take in order to hit that bigger goal. And that's why hitting the smaller goals is so important, and it is kind of like your game plan, and like those smaller action steps to get there, and the smaller goals are like your action steps in order to get there, or kind of like your action steps on how to get there, so are your smaller goals. So make sure that you are doing those smaller goals, because it is kind of like your game plan. Number 5, and I have started doing this and I love this, is set goals that'll turn into habits. So what I mean by that is, okay, running every day. So that's your goal. Say running 5 miles is your goal every day. Then, or say setting a goal of running 5 miles. Then you can start doing that every day or every other day and have that habit of running 5 miles. Or say drinking water is your goal, and then you start drinking water every day and it just becomes a habit. Say stretching is a goal, and you start stretching every single day before bed or every morning when you wake up, and it just becomes this habit. So your goals turn into habits. Say you want to do 50 push-ups, and you start doing push-ups every day to get there, and it becomes a habit. So create goals that are going to turn into habits. It'll help you in the long run. It'll help you physically, mentally, emotionally, and everything if you create those habits every single day. So make sure you are creating habits and creating goals that will turn into habits. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment any other videos you'd like to see, maybe another fitness tip video or whatever you want to see. Also, be checking on my IG. I have a challenge coming up on my IG, and I will have a full video explaining that on my IG coming very soon. So make sure you're following me on my IG for that challenge. And also go follow my TikTok, and I post every single day on IG and TikTok, so make sure you're going to follow me on there. And make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.